Mike Ross. More like Bob Ross. I am here today to paint. I don't know if the music is too loud. Let's have a look. So the music was too loud. I think there's too much white. White. Basically white. You white folks won't like that one, would you? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change shirt, aren't I? BRB. I think black is overpowering, but I'm gonna keep with theme here. I've been wearing black this entire time, so yes, this is gonna be interesting to edit. I'm gonna go straight into it and just let you know I am Da Vinci, except the part that's homosexual. I drew this. See that? Maybe I should edit something in there. So, the reason why I decided to do a paint show is because it allows my mind to stimulate as I have all these in my thoughts. So, what I am going to do now is I am going to start the drawing process. I don't really know what I'm gonna draw. I'm just gonna start off simple. Back in, oh gosh, I'm blurring out. Back in my days in secondary school, I didn't do art. And quite frankly, I was terrible, but I enjoyed it. So instead of chasing fake dopamine, real dopamine, I'm out here chasing the real dopamine. I am the creator of this new canvas, and whatever comes out of this brain is what will come out of this brain. But before we all get started, welcome. Consider liking, subscribing if you have been. My AirPods are in my pocket. Consider liking and subscribing. I will be doing random shit, and I think I'm kind of just raw dogging it. I'm cut from different cloth. I don't care. I really don't know where this is gonna end up, but this is my first canvas that I've had. I had a little, did I do a time? No, I didn't do a time lapse. So I did like a little setup thing here. I need to vacuum as well. I did a little setup thing as well, and I realized that my room is very small, but it gets I could draw here. I don't know how I'm gonna, be able to do this, doing this as well as trying to focus on what I'm gonna try and say. So I think one of the next investments is probably getting a mic, but I really like holding this. I feel like I'm in a podcast. Like there was one video that I've always wanted to do. It was always something like, it was going out in public. I don't have anyone else to record this with, but I remembered I wanted to do a video where I go up to a really, really tall guy somewhere in where I live, GDPR, and I would say, are you insecure about your height? And I know that I am 5'3", so it's quite difficult. And it's quite amusing, but that's the only one video that I had in public. I like to be quite demure in public, so I thought best refrain. So what I'm gonna start off with is I'm gonna pop this down so you can't hear me. I should probably have like a stand or something. I'm gonna plop this down onto the desk, and I'm gonna start unraveling my Ryman's haul, in which I think what I'll start off with is a vase. I'll start off with a vase. I keep looking here is because that's where my face is, and it's a bad habit. Long story short, we had a teacher back in secondary in which was known for being a creep, and he got let go. But then again, in secondary school, there's always just that one rumor. I feel bad if I mention something that's remotely actually quite offensive. However, here I am about to draw using 2B, because 2B drawn. That's how I see it. I'm gonna have to put you down. I don't know if I could hold you at the same time. I'm gonna cover you with my back, but I'm gonna have to let you go, aren't I? I think most of these people, the way that Bob Ross did it, was he actually just decided to. He was just drawing smack down. I need outlines. I'm unfortunately not an artist like that. I'm more preoccupied about the drawing as opposed to what I was actually intentionally about to talk about. So this is so hard. Didn't really think this through. I am gonna draw a circle. Oh, I fucked that already. Here we go. Can you see that? You can't. Look at that. Nice. Art is only... Can you see that? No. Oh, you can. Maybe if I turn this off. Okay, it's obviously faint because I'm drawing and sketching. And I'm gonna draw a nice little curvature there. Maybe do that thing that artists do when they do the circle. I am terrible at this. That's fine. That's a big ass circle. Okay, so so you can't see that, but I've drawn a circle underneath. And then I'm gonna connect these two. Oh my gosh, it's come out perfectly already. I've been born to draw. It's bad because I have this twitch on my arm, which is completely uncontrollable. It's fucking beautiful. It's uncontrollable, and I like it because it allows me to. So I've done a nice sketch. Ignore that part. That's not to be there. And then I'm gonna draw the line here. Okay, eventually I am gonna start talking about crap. Okay, and then I am gonna draw a shadow. I think I made this too big, but you know what? Practice makes perfect. A very expensive thing, hobby I'm putting in right now. That's not bad. I think in GCSEs I did a flower, but too adventurous. Play it safe for now. That looks so oblong, but that's fine. I can't believe this took ages. I mean, I'm nearly done. How long has this been? 11 minutes. Great. Good luck, Charlie, on whoever's editing this. Okay, what edit? Okay. So, I have paint stuff, and I don't know if that's a good idea right now, because, quite frankly, I'm not a painter. But you learn these things. I'm gonna put me down. See who messaged me. Oh, shoot. The majority of my algorithm right now, it consists of essentially just relationship stuff. I think that's what's consumed me, especially the start of this year. It never has normally consumed me in the same capacity. That's a fucking lie. It has consumed me. But in reality, what am I gonna do? So, what should we start off? A bold statement. One of the main characteristics. Can I pop here? Oh my gosh, I could do this. Yes! So, one of the main things. So, one of the main things is understanding that, as a man, because I am a man, you're gonna have to just be alone. It's just the harsh truth for you fellas out there. We just have to get used to the fact that we are going to be alone. And at one point I was really sad about this. But you eventually just get used to the fact that you are just the sad part of manhood. And there's a whole thing on social media that I've noticed. I've noticed that I can't stand it. I genuinely can't stand it. There's men on social media when there's like, a man should do this, a man should do this, and then a man should also do this, and then a man should do this. With that being said, a man should be a man when the man does a man. And then there's boys in the Instagram literally just sat there going, but what does the girl do? I'm sorry to break it to you, pal. Things aren't transactional in a relationship, mate. And so one of the main things is that there's men out there who just generally complain, like proper complain. And don't get me wrong, yeah, of course it's good to complain, but there's actually no good in it. Because in reality, no good is gonna come from that. Let's rub this off. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm arting. Can you see that? You can't see that yet. That's okay. I could have done it as something a little bit more adventurous, but really, adventure is not what I'm looking for right now. Right, so I am starting off with brown. I think a lot of people do the base background first, don't they? Should I do that? But that means I have to wait for it to dry. No. I will do this as how I've been taught by my teacher. I need to wet this, don't I? I might have just damaged this brush. It already looks like... Yikes. Okay, that's fine. So let's put this... And let's begin. So I'm gonna start off with a nice clean stroke. Oh wow. I'm doing it. I'm artsing. I'm so happy. Fake dopamine. Go to the casinos, guys. Oh gosh, it's already coming out beautifully. You don't know about this stroke game? I mean this paint game. Okay, I'm gonna start off. This is so shit. But let's have fun with it. Let's have fun with it. Oh gosh, I'm like arts and crafts, but I'm learning with the audience. Like, yeah, I just lost its curvature. That's fine. I'm more of that messy artist guy. I think my tutor at the time allows to have a little bit of a curvature. This is terrible. Why did I put white paint there? Because I'm adventurous like that. So I've started off with its fine lines. I've definitely failed it already. Maybe I should put black, maybe a bit of black, so I could give a very light black, just so I could give it a bit more structure. How do I pierce this without having to make a mess? I'm gonna draw the lines here to create the accentuation. Am I doing it, guys? The accentuation that's necessary. It's terrible because I really can't multitask to save my life, and that's exactly what I've started off with, multitasking tasks. But it's exciting. That looks horrendous. But we move. Oh gosh. If this ever reaches anyone, they're probably punching the screen. I'm not using the right paintbrush or something. But that's the point of learning. You know, do you really learn? I'm actually decent at sketching, but just not painting. That's why I actually wanted to do painting. That is such a dark... It's like someone let a child use paint for the first time. And I have like a very core memory in regards to this very specific part. I remembered one Christmas I was given paint by a family friend at the time. And then when I did, I was like using it, and I had no concept of paint having residue anywhere else. So me being 6, I think, when I was 6, me being a clueless child, I decided to smear it across the whole house. And that was the end of my paint career. We've really created a perfect design of a vase. And I did this on purpose because life is like a box of chocolates, guys. You never know who you're going to get. I'm gonna go back to brown and finish the overall layer. But this is always gonna be a core memory, considering it's dried already. Okay, so it's really starting to take hold. I don't know how I did this back in secondary. I really don't want to open up these paint things, but I'm so clumsy with the colors. I'm gonna mix up the colors, I would say. What can I say? Except I just know how to do this effectively. I think I'm gonna start off with, okay. Oh wow, I'm really knowing what I'm doing right now. It's bold, it's exciting, it's core layers. Oh, nice. Pow, look at that, pow. You don't know this. You don't know this jive. It's terrible work, but it's work. It's honest work. Okay, let's just fuck it up. You know, let's literally just fuck it up. And put a bit of light here. Okay, how's that looking? More horrendous than ever, but it's a mark of a true artist. It looks like someone blindfolded could have done a better job. Let's put the base of the thing down here, maybe. Yeah, that's giving it more life. It's a really inanimate object right now. It's very interesting. I had a grand, like a real idea. Let's just put it on myself. This is probably really toxic for me. But I had this like grand idea that it was like, yeah, this is, if I do this, my whole life changes. I'm not taking anyone out the hood. I promise you that. But do you know what? This is gonna go for thousands in the future. No shit, you know, I'm gonna put my signature down below, and eventually people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I want that piece. The fucked up piece, you know, really fucked it up kind of piece. Actually, no. One advice that I have for perfectionists, I think this is, I'm really training that part of myself to not really care about the end result and just do it just because I just wanted to do it. Because I am a massive perfectionist. It's disgusting. Like, it's inhibited my whole life. I shit, you know. And one of the things I had an old account which I created content on, and the thing that inhibited me from any form of success, and this is applicable to everything in our lives, is that we are not going to be perfect. This is not perfect whatsoever. This looks like shit. But do you know what? I did it because I wanted to make something new. Breaking things down from its finest levels. And I know I'm messing this up, but you know what? When I was in the gym, I didn't do things perfectly, you know? And it just takes time. And I think I'm trying to learn this lesson. Well, I think for perfectionists out there, you are not gonna get it perfect. It's like a blob. Maybe I could just, I'll just do this. I'll just fucking make the base. Yeah, I'm just gonna make the base. And yeah, I'm just gonna restart. Yeah, no matter what you do, you're not gonna get it right. You know, I had this idea that, for things to be right, it has to be in these circumstances. No, I'm not in the right circumstances. If I had to wait for a studio to start doing something like this, I am not going to get anything done in my life. And that's with everything. With possibly if you're in secondary or a uni or in a form of education right now and you're just watching this video for shits and giggles, do your work. You're not gonna, there's no like, no one, I think that's it. No one's gonna save you. No one is going to save you. And I think I woke up when I realized no one is going to save me. No one's gonna sit here and go, oh, I've got you. No one's got that for me. And maybe some people do have that benefit of having someone to go like, oh, I've got you. But in reality, no one is gonna have you except you. No one is going to sit here and make sure you're gonna go to the gym. No one is going to make sure that you're going to be organized. No one is going to make sure that you are, I don't know, eating. You know what your body tells you when you haven't eaten? You get hungry. Same thing applies, my bro. You know, like, it's only you. And the most important thing is when you have people who are not going to take that away from you, who's not going to rob you of just simple things. Like enjoyment of stuff. I mean, really take those people out of your life, man. But the thing is, this is going into like a whole tangent. Majority of the time, people fail to understand that they are accountable for their actions as well. Like, this is going back to when I was like a child, back when I was like 17. I remembered I thought that my ex was the biggest asshole. Like, I thought she fucked me over or whatever, and like this whole narrative of like, oh, she doesn't know when she's missing. This is back before my long-term one. I didn't do anything, he just held hands because I was all nervous and stuff. But people fail to take accountability of their actions. You're not pure. There's nothing about you, like, this is not pure. This is fucking shit planted on here. So, lesson is like, when it comes to anything, accountability is the only way. Accountability and understanding that no one's gonna save you. That's the two things of action. Everything else, then the rest is discipline of you know, think about it. Okay, we don't have to be told to brush our teeth. We shouldn't anyways, but if you haven't brushed your teeth now. We haven't been told to brush our teeth. We kind of just gone with the flow of like, oh, we need to go brush our teeth, you know? I don't know why I put black here. It's really resetting this page, kind of learning with the flow of each stroke. I'm now understanding like, okay, don't use this to open up your pen. Don't use your key to open up your paint stuff. Like, I'm learning stupid lessons, but I'm learning, you know? And that's a beautiful part. And that's how I always see it. It's like learning is all coming from just making a mistake. It's all about mistakes and identifying that you made a mistake. Again, it's just a lot of just learning. This looks so bad. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like easier, but you know what? I don't want tutorials. I'm not a tutorial guy. I'm a raw dogger until I know what to do when the time comes. But I've just painted the whole canvas into this very dark, disgusting color. But you know what? It's from my creation. With a bit of hint of black at the top as well. Really, look at that. You see that? Miyagi. I'm quite proud of that. It's got its own personality. It's like, I fucked up here. So I decided to reset the whole canvas into this disgusting reddish color. But it looks gold brown. Maybe a bit of yellow hurts. Isn't that beautiful? I'm looking as if you're here as well. Let's have a look. I have a thumbs up with that. That's a thumbs up worthy moment. I'm just kind of exploring. It's a lot harder than it looks actually. Those people who paint, you know, those people on like online when they go like with a spray paint. That's hard. As you can see, there's remnants of a mistake there, but I'm reading it wrong. That's one lesson, guys, is that you can make one mistake and a lot of people think that they could act out of rash emotions. I myself, I am very, very good at that. Well, I was good, and now I'm trying to, not be as good at it. But an understanding that, you can't, that concept of like, this is straight, no, this is all neat, and if I do this, would it still be the same? No. So if any one of you who's struggling and making fun of people, really look into yourself. There's a lot of crap in this whole video, but it's exciting. I had to rearrange my room for this. I'm happy with it though. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out, but we will continue in the next episode. Oh no!